AWS Cloud Administrator role. Hello everyone. Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about one of the fastest growing IT careers right now. AWS Cloud Administrator. Now many people hear the word cloud and immediately think it is something very difficult. Coding, programming, or only for developers. But actually, many cloud administrators come from desktop support, system administration, network support, help desk backgrounds. So if you already worked in IT support before, trust me, cloud is not far away from you. Now imagine this. Company website is running online. Employees are working from different locations. Applications are hosted in AWS. Customers are accessing services 24 hours a day. But suddenly, at 2 a.m., the website becomes slow. Users cannot log in. Management starts panicking. Customers begin raising complaints. Now who handles this situation? This is where the AWS Cloud Administrator enters. Cloud Administrator is like the backbone of cloud infrastructure. He monitors servers, protects company data, maintains security, controls access, fixes issues, optimizes performance, and ensures business runs smoothly. Without cloud administrators, many companies would face downtime, security risks, and huge financial losses. And here is the interesting part. Many people think cloud means just create one virtual machine and done. Well, real cloud administration is much bigger. You need to manage infrastructure, handle security, monitor performance, reduce cloud costs, configure backups, respond to incidents, troubleshoot production issues. And companies are paying good salaries for these skills. Today almost every company uses cloud. Banks, IT companies, hospitals, commerce, gaming companies, startups, government organizations. Everyone is moving to cloud. And because of this, demand for cloud administrators is increasing rapidly. Now throughout this video, I will explain real responsibilities, real-time examples, AWS services, security concepts, monitoring, troubleshooting, career path, all in very simple English. No complicated definitions, no boring theory, only practical understanding. And one more important thing. In real interviews, companies don't always expect you to know everything, but they expect you to understand basics clearly, real-time thinking, troubleshooting approach, security awareness. That is what makes a good cloud administrator. And trust me, if you already know Windows, networking, Active Directory, basic Linux, troubleshooting, then cloud becomes much easier. Cloud is basically traditional IT, but running on internet infrastructure. That's all. So in the next slides, we are going to understand what cloud administrators do daily, which AWS services they use, how they solve problems, how companies manage cloud environments. And by the end of this presentation, you will clearly understand what exactly an AWS Cloud Administrator does in real companies. So let's begin our cloud journey. Who is a cloud administrator? Now let us understand. Who exactly is a cloud administrator? Imagine a big office building. Inside that building, you have computers, servers, internet, security systems, employees, applications, storage systems. Now somebody has to manage all these things properly. Correct. In traditional companies, system administrators managed physical servers. But today, instead of physical servers, companies use cloud platforms like AWS. And the person managing those cloud systems is called a cloud administrator. Simple. Now let us imagine a real company example. Suppose an e-commerce company is running their shopping website on AWS. Thousands of customers are visiting every hour. Orders are happening continuously. Payments are processing. Now imagine if server crashes, website becomes slow, database fails, storage gets full, hackers attack the system. Huge problem, right? This is why cloud administrators are very important. Their job is to make sure everything runs smoothly. Now, what do they actually do daily? First, they create and manage cloud servers. In AWS, these are called EC2 instances. Think of EC2 like renting computers online. Instead of buying expensive physical hardware, companies rent servers from AWS. Now cloud administrators launch these servers based on company needs. Then they configure networking. They manage IP addresses, firewalls, access rules, private networks, because security is extremely important. Then they manage storage. Companies store files, backup, databases, application data. Inside AWS storage services, cloud administrators ensure data remains safe and available. But one of the biggest responsibilities is user access management. Not everyone should get admin access. Imagine giving full company access to every employee. Dangerous, right? That is why administrators use IAM in AWS. IAM controls who can log in, what permissions they get, which resources they can access. Now let us talk about monitoring. Cloud administrators continuously monitor systems. Because servers can fail anytime. Applications can slow down anytime. Disk space can become full. CPU usage can suddenly increase. So administrators use CloudWatch to monitor everything. If something goes wrong, alerts are generated immediately. And here comes the interesting part. Cloud administrators are also responsible for cloud costs. Many beginners forget this. Cloud resources cost money every hour. If unused servers keep running, company bills become huge. Sometimes companies lose lakhs of rupees simply because nobody stopped unused resources. That's why optimization is important. Now another important responsibility is backups. Imagine company database gets deleted accidentally. Without backup, entire business can stop. So cloud administrators configure snapshots, backup, disaster recovery plans to protect business operations. Now one thing you must understand clearly. Cloud administrator is not only technical work. It also requires responsibility, patience, troubleshooting mindset, quick thinking during incidents, because during production issues, management expects immediate action. And many times, cloud administrators work under pressure. But that is also what makes this role exciting. Every day brings new challenges. One day you handle performance issues. Next day security alerts. Another day backup recovery. Cloud administration is a combination of infrastructure, networking, security, monitoring, operations. And this role is becoming more important every year as companies move to cloud infrastructure. Infrastructure management. One of the biggest responsibilities of a cloud administrator is infrastructure management. Now, what does infrastructure mean? Infrastructure means all the cloud resources running inside AWS. Servers, storage, networks, databases, applications. Everything together forms cloud infrastructure. Now imagine a company launching a new application. Management says, "We need servers immediately." Now cloud administrator starts working. First they create EC2 instances. Think of EC2 like virtual computers running inside AWS. Instead of buying physical hardware, companies rent servers from AWS. This saves huge costs. Then administrator configures networking using VPC. VPC is like a private office network inside AWS. Inside that network, subnets are created. IP addresses assigned, internet access configured, security rules applied. Now imagine if networking is configured incorrectly. Entire application may become inaccessible. That's why networking knowledge is very important in cloud administration. Then storage is configured. Applications need space to store files, logs, backups, and databases. Cloud administrators manage this storage carefully. Now another important task is scaling. Suppose website traffic suddenly increases during festival sale. Servers may become overloaded. Administrator increases server resources or launches additional servers to handle traffic. This is called scalability. And this is one of the biggest advantages of cloud computing. Instead of buying new hardware physically, resources can be increased within minutes. Infrastructure management is basically ensuring systems run properly, applications remain available, performance stays healthy, resources are optimized. AWS Security Responsibilities. Security is one of the most important responsibilities in AWS Cloud Administration, because one small mistake can expose entire company data to the internet. Imagine giving full admin access to every employee. Dangerous, right? That is why AWS provides IAM, Identity and Access Management. Using IAM, cloud administrators create users, groups, roles, permissions. Now suppose a developer only needs access to one application server. Administrator gives only required permissions, not full admin access. This concept is called least privilege access. Very important security principle. Now another major security feature is MFA, multi-factor authentication. This means users must verify identity using password, mobile OTP, authentication app. Even if password gets stolen, hackers still cannot access account easily. Now let us talk about security groups. Security groups act like firewalls. They control which traffic enters server, which traffic leaves server. Suppose website server only needs port 80 and 443 open. Administrator blocks unnecessary ports for better security. Now another responsibility is patch management. Operating systems require updates regularly. If patches are not applied, vulnerabilities increase. Hackers may attack systems. Cloud administrators ensure systems remain updated and secure. And one more important thing. Cloud security is shared responsibility. AWS secures physical infrastructure, but administrators secure operating systems, applications, data, user permissions. This is called shared responsibility model. Monitoring and alerts. Now let us talk about monitoring. Monitoring is like health checking for cloud systems. Imagine driving a car without checking fuel, engine temperature, speed, warning lights, risky right. Same thing applies in cloud environments. Cloud administrators continuously monitor systems to identify problems before they become serious. AWS provides CloudWatch for monitoring. CloudWatch helps administrators track CPU usage, memory usage, disk usage, network traffic, application logs. Now imagine CPU suddenly reaches 95%. Server may become slow. Applications may stop responding. Users may start complaining. So administrators configure alarms. When threshold crosses limit, alerts are generated automatically. This helps teams respond quickly. Monitoring also helps identify unusual behavior. Suppose network traffic suddenly increases at midnight. Administrator investigates. Is it real traffic? Is it cyber attack? Is application malfunctioning? Without monitoring, companies cannot identify such issues quickly. Now another important part is log analysis. Applications generate logs continuously. Logs help identify errors, failures, security events, user activities. Cloud administrators analyze logs during troubleshooting. Monitoring basically helps reduce downtime, improve performance, detect failures early, maintain business continuity. Backup and disaster recovery. One of the scariest situations for any company is data loss. Imagine database gets deleted accidentally, or ransomware attack happens, or server crashes completely. Without backups, business operations may stop. That's why backup management is one of the most important responsibilities for cloud administrators. AWS provides backup solutions like AWS Snapshots, S3 Backup, AWS Backup Services. Administrators configure automatic backup schedules. Now imagine company database fails suddenly. Administrator restores data using backups. Business continues with minimal downtime. This process is called disaster recovery. Disaster recovery means preparing for unexpected failures. Good cloud administrators always prepare for worst-case situations, because failures can happen anytime. Now, one common beginner mistake is, backup exists so we are safe. Backups must also be tested regularly. Sometimes backup files become corrupted. So administrators perform recovery testing to ensure backups actually work. This is extremely important in real companies. Backup and disaster recovery planning protect company data, customer information, business operations, financial systems. Cost optimization. One hidden responsibility of cloud administrators is cost optimization. Many beginners think cloud is always cheap. But cloud can become very expensive if resources are not managed properly. Imagine company forgets unused servers running for months. AWS billing keeps increasing daily. Month end. Huge surprise bill arrives. This happens in real companies. So administrators continuously monitor cloud costs. They identify unused servers, idle storage, overpowered resources, unnecessary backups. Suppose application only needs medium server, but large expensive server is running unnecessarily. Administrator resizes server and reduces monthly costs. This is optimization. Cloud administrators also use auto-scaling, reserved instances, storage optimization to improve cost efficiency. Companies love administrators who save cloud costs, because cloud expenses directly affect business profits. Real-time scenario example. Now let us understand a real-time AWS cloud administration scenario. Because real companies don't ask only theory. They want problem-solving skills. Imagine this situation. It is Monday morning. Employees start office work. Customers start accessing company website. Suddenly users begin complaining. Website is very slow. Application is hanging. Pages are not loading. Management becomes worried. Now cloud administrator must act immediately. First step, don't panic. Good administrators always investigate step by step. Administrator opens AWS CloudWatch dashboard. Immediately CPU usage is showing 98%. That means server is overloaded. Now next question is, why CPU is high? Administrator checks. Running processes. Application logs. Network traffic. User requests. After investigation, administrator discovers sudden increase in traffic because marketing team launched a new campaign. More users are visiting website than expected. Now administrator has multiple options. Option 1. Increase EC2 server size. Option 2. Launch additional servers using auto-scaling. Option 3. Optimize application resources. Administrator quickly increases server capacity. Traffic stabilizes. Website performance improves. Users become happy again. Now imagine if no monitoring existed. Company may lose customers, revenue, reputation. This is why cloud administrators are extremely important. Now another real scenario. Suppose company storage suddenly becomes full. Applications stop saving files. Administrator identifies old unused logs consuming disk space. After cleanup and storage expansion, issue gets resolved. Now one more scenario. Suppose suspicious login attempts happen from another country. Administrator immediately blocks access, reviews IAM permissions, enables MFA, investigates CloudTrail logs. This helps prevent security incidents. Real cloud administration is not only creating servers. It is continuous monitoring, troubleshooting, decision-making, and problem-solving. Every day can bring different challenges. And that is what makes this role exciting. AWS Shared Responsibility Model. One of the most important concepts in AWS is Shared Responsibility Model. This question is asked in many interviews. Now many beginners think everything security related is AWS responsibility. Well, AWS and customer both share responsibilities. That's why it is called shared responsibility model. Now imagine renting an apartment. Building security and maintenance are handled by apartment management. But inside your room, you are responsible for locking doors, protecting valuables, managing personal belongings. Same concept applies in AWS. AWS secures the cloud infrastructure. This includes physical data centers, hardware, networking equipment, power systems, cooling systems. AWS handles all this. But customer responsibilities are different. Cloud administrators secure operating systems, applications, user access, AM permissions, data encryption, security groups. Suppose company accidentally makes S3 bucket public. Whose mistake is it? Not AWS. Customer responsibility. Now suppose weak passwords are used for admin accounts. Again, customer responsibility. This is why cloud administrators must understand security properly. AWS provides tools, but administrators must configure them correctly. Now another important point. Shared responsibility changes depending on service type. For example, in EC2, customer manages operating system. In managed services like RDS, AWS manages more components. Understanding this concept helps avoid security mistakes. And trust me, many real cloud security incidents happen because customers misconfigured permissions, not because AWS infrastructure failed. That's why security awareness is extremely important in cloud administration. Skills required. Now let us talk about skills required to become a cloud administrator. Many beginners become scared thinking cloud requires advanced programming. For cloud administration roles, strong fundamentals matter more. First skill is cloud basics. You should understand what is cloud computing, regions, availability zones, virtual machines, storage, networking. Second important skill is networking. Cloud runs heavily on networking concepts. You should know IP addresses, DNS, subnets, firewalls, routing, VPN basics. Without networking knowledge, cloud becomes difficult. Third skill is operating systems, especially Windows Server, Linux basics. Most cloud servers run Linux, so basic commands and troubleshooting knowledge are very useful. Fourth skill is security. You should understand MFA, security groups, least privilege access, encryption basics. Security is one of the biggest responsibilities in cloud administration. Fifth skill is monitoring and troubleshooting. Companies value administrators who can identify and solve issues quickly. Now another important thing. Communication skills are also important. During production incidents, administrators communicate with managers, developers, support teams, security teams, so clear communication helps a lot. And finally, hands-on practice is very important. Watching videos alone is not enough. Create AWS free tier account. Practice. Launching EC2. Creating IAM users. Configuring VPC. Monitoring CloudWatch. Taking backups. Real learning happens through practice. Certifications and career path. Now many beginners ask, which certification should I start with? For beginners, AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner is a very good starting point. It teaches cloud basics, AWS services, billing, security, architecture basics. After that, many people move to AWS Solutions Architect Associate. Now remember something important. Certification helps you get interview calls, but hands-on skills help you clear interviews. Many candidates memorize answers but fail in practical questions. Interviewers may ask, how will you troubleshoot high CPU usage? How will you secure IAM access? How will you recover server from backup? So practical understanding is very important. Now let us talk about career growth. Many people start as Cloud Support Engineer, Junior Cloud Administrator, AWS Operations Engineer, then gradually move to Cloud Administrator, Cloud Engineer, DevOps Engineer, Solutions Architect. Cloud field has huge growth opportunities, and salaries are increasing because demand is high. Today, companies everywhere are moving to cloud infrastructure. That means cloud jobs will continue growing for many years. Now, one important advice: do not try learning everything at once. Start small. Master basics first, then slowly move to advanced topics. Consistency matters more than speed. So finally, if you are already working in desktop support, system administration, networking, help desk, then cloud can become a very good career path for you. Because many IT fundamentals remain same. Only infrastructure location changes. Instead of physical servers in office, servers now run in cloud data centers. That's all. Yes. Initially, cloud may feel confusing. Many services, many new terms, many dashboards. But slowly everything starts connecting together. And once you practice regularly, confidence improves automatically. Remember, nobody becomes cloud expert in 1 week. Even experienced administrators continue learning daily. Technology changes continuously, so learning mindset is very important. Now another thing. Do not compare yourself with others. Everyone starts from beginner level. Focus on learning fundamentals, practicing daily, building small projects, improving troubleshooting skills. And trust me, even 1 hour of consistent daily practice can change your career over time. Cloud computing is creating huge opportunities worldwide. Companies need skilled professionals who can manage infrastructure, secure systems, monitor applications, troubleshoot issues. And these opportunities will continue increasing. So keep learning, keep practicing, stay curious. Your cloud journey can start today itself. Thank you everyone for watching this presentation. And I wish you all the best for your cloud career journey.